You know what it is, the QuickSilva Show. I love when I have special guests that are very relatable who joins the show. And today we have Pastor Keith Battle.
Thank you, man. Great to be here.
Hey, welcome to the QuickSilva Show.
My man.
Now, I heard you have this book that's out, and it's called Side Chickology.
Yes, sir.
First, let me say, when I first heard about the title of the book, I said, there's a pastor making a book called Side Chickology. He has to come on the show and explain himself. So first, explain the concept behind writing the book, Side Chickology, Why Men and Women Cheat.
So the concept about writing a book is, the theology comes from my world, right?
Okay.
So I'm a theologian. We do theology.
There you go.
We put ology on everything.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, side chick is a popular terminology for the person. It's a mistress.
Mm-hmm.
It's the person on the side. But there are also side slicks out here.
Yeah, come on now.
Because the mistress has somebody, too, or the wife has a dude on the side.
That's what I heard.
So, you know, of course, we don't know, right?
Right.
We've never even entertained it. But
married man, happily married here.
Right. So infidelity is so prevalent, man.
Yes, absolutely.
And even committed relationships, even people dating, people in same gender relationships, people being faithful is a challenge for people.
Yes.
And what I wanted to do with this book was, first of all, in an honest way, talk about it, in a humorous way, but serious, but also point out why it happens, how it happens, because even though unfaithfulness is instinctive and kind of natural,
right,
it's also systemic and calculated.
Yeah.
Because you got to be kind of slick.
And you got to have some time and some money and, like,
absolutely.
At least for the man who's getting the side chick, they said you have to have time to cheat.
Absolutely. It takes time. You got to have time to set it up. You have time to do it.
Right.
Time to cover up.
Hey, Pastor, you sound like you know a lot about this firsthand, man.
Been there, done that.
And that's one thing I really like about you is you're very transparent. You're not one of those pastors to say, I'm a saint and I've never done anything. I've never cursed, done anything in my life. You're an honest pastor.
I probably cursed on the way here.
I ain't mad at you.
At least to myself.
I'm not going to judge you. I promise you there's a no judgment zone when you join the QuickSilva Show. Man. Now, I was actually reading, and you said something about sometimes infidelity can be a blessing in disguise. Please explain that. Like, what do you mean by that?
So,
because I don't think any lady who hears that, like, I don't want my man to cheat on me. So you're telling me if he cheats on me, that's a good thing? Like, Pastor, you got to explain yourself.
So look, man, this is real.
Absolutely.
Some people don't pay real attention to their man or their woman until somebody else does. Come on here.
Let the church say amen or not?
Say amen. Think about that, right? And it's better to appreciate what you have than to say, man, I really appreciated what I had. And sometimes it takes, oh, nah, I'm not giving this up.
Right.
I need to come back. I need to change my hours. Or I need to pay attention to her. I need to really give him more appreciation.
Right.
Because one of the things that convinced me that was not only just my own story, but every great marriage that I've seen, every great committed relationship that I've seen, I'm talking about great. I ain't talking about people who got a solid relationship.
And it's popped on Instagram.
I'm talking about really, really great. They went through some kind of trauma to get there. It was either a fight, some kind of financial hardship, they got evicted or something, some family tragedy, they lost a child or something, or infidelity. There was something that blew it up that made them had to do the work, because every relationship that's great has to do a lot of work. But most people don't do work until it's in real crisis, right? But what causes a crisis? Either it drifts and atrophies, because most marriages atrophy. You get real close when you come together because you do all the work.
Right.
But then, like for men, like most men, once we got our wife, it's like going fishing.
Yep, I get it.
If you and me go fishing and we catch anything big, everybody gonna know it.
Yeah.
We're gonna post it here. So we put a picture on the wall. This is my bass.
All that.
And then if we go hunting, we catch a buck. We got the buck, the bass, then
the
Beverly.
Right.
They're all side by side. So once
Makes
we catch
sense.
that, we don't spend no more time with the buck, the bass, or
We already
Beverly.
got it.
We're working on the business now.
Yeah.
And so, but that's not what blows it up and makes it great. Something tragic has to blow it up. Like somebody went in somebody's phone and found out they've been messing around. And somebody gets devastated. And what happens is it either completely annihilates it or they say, well, what do we need to do to fix this? What do we need to do to work on this? And so it becomes the catalyst. I know women who've had husbands that were unfaithful. They got a marriage so strong now that they would never do it, but a part of them want to go thank the side chick. Thank you. You woke me up.
Hey, man, if you
Come
just
on
tuned
here.
into the
You woke
QuickSilva
me
Show,
up.
we have Pastor Keith Battle here spitting some knowledge, some sermon, all about side chickology, why men and women cheat. Now, I haven't read the book yet, but I can't wait to read it. Is this book is this based on just all facts of your life, or is this kind of you talking to people in your organization and in your church and kind of putting all these ideas together on how to write this book?
So it's part of my journey, but it's far bigger than my journey. I've spent 30 years in ministry, counseling people. I've heard stories.
And you've been married for how long?
I've been married 30 years. It'll be 30 years in June. So I got a lot of history.
10 in June.
My man, 10
June
in.
1st.
Stay with it, baby.
I ain't going away.
Yeah. So what I did with this book, which was really cool, I wrote it, and then I brought in a team to help see how does it sound to you.
Gotcha.
And that changed the game because I brought in a variety of people from different cultures and different genders. Because I wrote it as a man, so it was all left brain. It was all logic. And I was saying stuff in the book that was true, but women would take offense to it. And so the ladies that were professional editors from different parts of the country, different cultures, said, you can't say that. You're going to turn us off. We're going to reject your truth. So it's got a great balance. So the book is not just for married people. It's for single people. It's for men and women. It's a real great balance in the book. And it comes from my experience, but also my research and what I've done to help couples and what I've seen over the course of these years.
Here's a question I'm going to ask you, Pastor. Who do you think cheats better, men or women?
I think, here's the thing. If it's a heterosexual relationship, it really doesn't matter. And here's why. I would dare say men cheat better, but you can't be accurate because sometimes the woman is better. But here's what I know. Somebody is going to mess up.
I always think, and I don't mean to disagree with you, but I honestly would say that women cheat better because sometimes us as men, like I said, we get so busy. Most men eventually get sloppy. So if they get away with something once, sometimes they'll be like, I got away with it once, and they become sloppy. But with females, at least I've seen in my experience and in the past, like I said, I have been cheated on, and I have cheated in my life. All men have at one point in your life.
Right.
And I look at when I found out that my lady was cheating, not my wife right now, but my previous girlfriend. When I found out that they were cheating, it was like I was so amazed. Like I had absolutely no idea. Like I was blind to the fact. Like in my mind, I'm QuickSilva. I'm the best guy you've ever met in your life. Why would you cheat on me?
Right.
But then whenever I got caught cheating, they always sensed it. Like I know, women have like this thing. Like I know, but I don't want to know. But I know. Yeah. But with men, we don't know. Like and call it double standard. If a lady cheats on a man, do we take her back as easy as she would take us back?
It's not typically. No, most
the
men
answer
can't
is no.
get over it. Man want to go to jail.
Oh, absolutely.
You want everybody dead.
My ego's been bruised, and I don't want to think about now, man, you get back together because some guys had my bass.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
So
that I wasn't paying attention to.
Right.
That I wasn't valuing.
Right.
That I was putting a job before in my career. I'm trying to make. And then what we do is we say, but I'm doing this for you, shawty.
For you and the kids.
It's all for y'all. But I'm gone 17 hours a day.
19.
Yo, right. And I'm traveling, right?
Right.
And so, when the mailman is cleaning the house and all that and paying
giving her the
attention
attention she wants, emotionally
Cassandra,
connected.
Any man would be happy to have you. Well, I ain't had, Daryl ain't said that.
Daryl ain't said it in 30 years.
Exactly.
Since the wedding day.
Yeah. So I don't know who's the best, but what the book reveals is how you can know when it's about to go down. There are signs.
Really?
That I talk about in the book that reveal that if it's not happening, it's imminent. There's certain things that happen in every relationship that make it imminent for infidelity. It's set up for it because there's a level of loneliness. There's a level of emotional disconnection because women typically start with an emotional need.
I've said this before.
Men, we see something. It's just a behind.
We not emotional. We see the physical.
Absolutely. Yeah. It can be just curiosity with us. Like I wonder what that's like, right? Or she throwing it at me, right? I ain't go after it. It came to me. I'm just like this old saying: if the devil ring my doorbell, I ain't gonna say I ain't gonna answer it. Right. I'm not gonna knock on that door.
Right. I'm not gonna go look for the door.
But come on, knock on my door, right? So, but there are signs that you can know when it's imminent. It's loneliness. It's rejection. I call something in the book called ADD, attention deficit disorder, which I'm a big on mental health. but there can be a relational ADD where the person, say the man, doesn't feel appreciated, don't feel like she giving all attention to the kids. And kids can really start an affair.
I've heard this.
You know
before.
what I'm saying?
I've heard
because
this
we remember when we were the priority.
Mm-hmm.
Now the kids, she's sleeping in the bed with the kids, going to school with them, giving them all the energy. They up all night.
We don't. You come home and you ready and you hot and ready, and she tired.
Is she tired? She still got throw up on her and broccoli stains on her skirt.
Right.
And saying, how can you even think like that? You just selfish, right? And that gets old after a while. Now you don't like the kids, right?
Man.
They in the way.
Pastor, you might be giving too much information, man. We got to read this book. Once again, Side Chickology, Why Men and Women Cheat. They can pick this up where?
They can get it at Amazon, Barnes & Nobles. It's available everywhere on March 1st.
March 1st. So March 1st, please get out, support my pastor friend, and not just because he's an amazing pastor, an amazing man, but I think that anybody who's in a relationship, or if you're thinking about getting in a relationship, these are things that you need to be aware of. I think a lot of times we don't have the knowledge. Since we don't have the knowledge, we kind of go by things we learn over time. But sometimes if you actually read something, I always say everything is readable. Yes. Most of us don't read. We live in the social media era right now where we scroll everything and we post things. But when it comes to learning information, that's right here in a book or online, we skip that part.
That's true.
So we got to get back to reading. So I really want to say thank you for stopping past the show.
Thanks, man.
Anything else you want to say to all your listeners listening right now? Now is the time.
Well, I'm doing a book signing at Barnes & Nobles on this Saturday, 1 to 4.
Okay.
And then also I'm going to try to just help me, pray for me. I want to put it on audio because I know a lot of our fellas don't read it. But they'll listen to this
I'm in
material.
my car driving.
Like they'll listen to this interview
Absolutely.
over and over again. So if we can put this in an audio, I got to get it in audio so the guys who don't, and ladies who don't have the time while they're driving, while they're working out, can listen to it. So that's the next thing. Hit me up. I'm on Instagram, Keith Battle.
Keith Battle,
Facebook
man.
at Keith Battle. I'm on Twitter at Keith Battle. And it's information about what we're doing on there.
And of course, if I want to stop by your church, I can. The doors of the church are always
open.
Always
Zion
open.
Church, Landover, Fort Washington. We're in Woodbridge.
There you go.
Come check us out, man.
Hey, Pastor Keith Battle, thank you so much for joining the QuickSilva Show. And please, everybody, support my guy, March 1st, Side Chickology. Fellas and ladies, like, it ain't just men out here cheating.
Absolutely.
That's back in maybe the 50s and 60s. There's a lot of ladies, but there's a lot of ladies out here cheating right now.
Right.
It's a lot of married ladies who they have side I always say
slicks.
Side chicks are popular, but it's a lot of side guys.
Side slicks.
And there's some guys who don't even know they're the side. They think they're the boyfriend.
Wow.
That's too deep for right now, Pastor. I might have to come to church on that one, man. Hey, it's the QuickSilva Show. Keith Battle, thank you so much for joining the show, sir.
My man.